What up, y'all? Chris Weathers, aka Shorty C94, back with another episode 54 of Shorty Sneaker Conversations. What is up, man?
What's up? What's up, my guy? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me flip
Man.
around real fast. There we go.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you being on here, man.
Hold on. Let me get my camera right there. There we go. There we go. Ain't no problem, man. Appreciate you for having me, man.
No problem, man. No problem. Well, the way the show works, I usually split it up into four quarters, like a basketball game. We got the halftime.
True.
Right now, we're in the pregame. And usually with the pregame, I start off with asking people, what's the most positive thing you took from 2020?
Basically, man, just like everybody, just live life to the fullest. Like it ain't no tomorrow, man. Live every day like it's your last, man, because you never know. We might not even be here. You know what I mean? What's
Sure.
up, y'all?
Yeah, what's up to everybody joining? Hello. All right, so before we get into the first quarter, you want to introduce yourself to the people?
Oh yeah, I'm Marcus Stokes, aka Stuntman Stokes. From Montgomery, Alabama. 43 years old. I'm originally from Selma, Alabama. Moved to Montgomery when I was in 2000, and I've been here ever since. And just pretty much working, man. Working, tattooing, and just doing my shoe thing and tattooing, man.
All right, for sure. Now I do have to ask, what did you break out today on the kicks?
Today, like you mean what I wore?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had on two things today. I actually had on my unions. I had on these today. I broke these out. But then I came in kind of early and I swapped it up. And, of course, I went to my favorite of the year. I bought that out for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I wear that. I pull it out like any given Sunday, man. Just to go to the store, I pull it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that Atmos, a lot of people covet it. It's probably the best Air Max 1 that I own. So I feel you on that.
Man, like me personally, I think it's the best Air Max 1 ever made, honestly. Me
Really?
personally. Yeah,
Okay.
me personally. Like, I don't see no other Air Max that's better than that, man. It got the mixture of, like, Air Max and Jordan mixed together, man. You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
I feel that. Okay. Let's see here today. I just broke out nothing too major. Little ERS.
Old school. You already know you old school OG. I already look for that old school come out of you, baby. I already know where it's coming. I know you got the new stuff too, but I already be looking for the old school coming from you, baby. I already know.
Man, I appreciate that. I know you gonna come with some craziness too. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to decide what picture to use for the flyer. I wanted to use a picture of you with the Dornbecker 5s, but I couldn't get letters, the right kind of glow effect.
Right. I love the one you did though. I love how you did. It was dope as hell. I love it. I wish I could have. I'm gonna try to get a poster where I can save it and get the video where it's running across the screen. I want to save that because honestly, this is my first like live sneaker conversation like ever.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad it could be on here, man. I'm definitely glad to have it.
Most definitely.
All right, so as we jump into the first quarter, and this will be fun, because we're around the same age. I gotta ask you, what's your earliest sneaker memory?
My earliest sneaker memory, man, was my first pair of Jordan 1s. And it's crazy because I actually took them from my cousin. He was like 16. I was like 12. I used to go to his house every weekend, Went to his house and went in his closet one day. I was like, ooh, what are these? Is these the Jordans? These Michael Jordans? It's like, oh, I'm taking these. I couldn't even wear them. It was like a size and a half too big. I was like, I'm taking these. Stuffed them in my bag, went home. Got a call like the next day. Mark, you got junior shoes? Yes, ma'am. I'm coming to get them. And don't bother his shoes no more. He came and got them. I went back over there the next weekend. I talked to him about it. He was like, you know what? You like them so much, I'm gonna give them to you. So he gave me my first pair of Jordan 1s, which was the Chicago 1s. And I laced them so tight till like they was, oh man, I wore them, man. I wore the hell out of them, man. I wore them. And that was
Nice.
like pretty much my very first sneaker memory, which really got me into it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, would you say that's the shoe that really got you in this life, or was there another shoe that's kind of on that
Nope,
level?
it was that one. It was that one shoe. Yeah, it was that one shoe. That one did it for me. I don't know. It was something about it. It just, once I seen it, it stuck with me forever. Like, I love it.
And we're talking about like the 94, 95 one, that one?
Nah. We talking about the OG.
Okay, yeah, they're OGs.
Yeah, the OGs. The OGs. That he had the very first pair, like, ever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about those. Like, I love them, man. I love them.
Nah, I got you. Yeah, probably my most prized sneaker possession is my pair of Chicago's, that 94 and 95 reissue, before retros.
Ooh, yeah.
I was in 8th grade and I can still fit them. They're a little snug, but I can wear them all day. So
that's good. That's good. You still got them?
Oh yeah.
That's what's up, man. I I would like to see them, man. I would like to see them.
Yeah, you know what? I'll go get them right quick. Give me 1 second.
That's what's up. What's up, everybody in the comments? What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all for joining. Thank y'all. Hello, sis. Hello, sis. Hello, twin. What's up, y'all? We just having a little talk here, y'all. Just having a little talk. Corey, what up, my boy? Mon, my guy. Hey, babe, what's up? What up, man? What's good, man? Let me see. Man, look here, man. Look here, man. That thing is beautiful still, man.
Yeah.
It's still beautiful, man. For how old it is, man, it look real good, man.
I appreciate that. I just wish I would have been smart enough to keep the box. We were at a box had all on it, so but yeah, these are my most prized sneaker possessions. I've had them for 26 years since I was 14, almost 15.
Man, you hold that one, man. That one there, you hold that one. This is one of my prized ones right here.
Oh,
and
2011.
Yeah. And this crazy, man, because I got this shoe off of eBay, bro, for $130.
Wow.
When I bought it, bro, in 2011, my partner came. He was like, bro, you got that? He was like, it's in outlets and stuff everywhere. He was like, yeah, they put the wrong date in it. I was like, for real? Like, full size runs just sitting. I looked over them. Just looked over. Bought my one pair and kept going. But this is one of my most prized ones right here. This is one of the first ones I got when I started back collecting. So this is one of my prized ones.
Nice. All right. Now, I got to ask you, again, with the era we're from, I know we remember a lot of the same brands. I know regionally we're from different places, but what was that first shoe or first fit that you really messed them up with, that you cracked heads with? What was that first thing you put together?
I'd say that very first one was when I bought the very first pair, when my mom bought me the very first pair of Prime Time, the Diamond Turfs.
Oh, okay.
And I had a pair of red shorts and a black and red Nike shirt, man. And I thought I was the shit. You couldn't tell me nothing, man. I'm talking about, you could tell. That was like my very first fit moment right there. And that's when I knew, like, okay, it's more than just about shoes for me. Like, it was like extra. So that's what kind of started the outfit thing going on too.
Got you. Yeah, it's nothing like that first where you walking around, everybody looking at you and looking crazy, like, oh,
right.
You never get that feeling.
Right, and that's what I be telling folks who they be like, well, you like when people like come at you like, oh, that's fly. Yeah, I like it because I like to, I like to know people didn't know that I got the fly stuff on. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And then if everybody ain't got it, of course they're gonna be looking automatically. So,
Yeah.
I love it. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, back in the day, really before you started copying yourself, who would you say were like your early sneaker outfit influencers? Was it somebody famous or was it somebody you knew, somebody from the hood?
Honestly, bro, it was I kind of like picked it up myself, but no lie. When I changed schools in like 95, 96. And the school I went to, it was like kind of like a country school. You know what I mean? Nobody really had no flair. You know what I mean? We just country. We had little shoes here and there, but wasn't that big. But when I got to this new school, my guy, you may see him pop up on some of my posts. He's Jeremiah Curtin, Jay Curtin. But man, when I got with that guy, when I got over there, man, and I got with him, and he had like all the Jordans and all the jerseys to match all the Jordans, and man, I'm talking about just like every day I see him, he fly. I'm like, when I got with him, it just rubbed off on me. It just rubbed off on me. I could say he was one of like my biggest influences.
Got you. Got you. Yeah, everybody has one. I mean, some people that don't have them, they'll be like, oh, I saw somebody on TV. But I feel like everybody, really in this like us, they have
Right.
somebody that kind of.
It's somebody who was around you, your older brother, a cousin, a friend, who you seen keeping them laces tight, keeping that brush with them, keeping them cleaned off. Like even before him, it was a guy that was in the hood, sold drugs, but he was pretty fly too. But he didn't really rub off on me too much because I wasn't into that drug life, and being around him like that at the time because I was younger. But he was pretty fly too. But like I said, my homeboy Jeremiah, he put it on me. He gave it to me.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, that'll conclude the first quarter. With
True.
sound go into the second. So once you're a little older, you start making your own money. What was your first job?
My first job, man, was a restaurant called Tally Ho Restaurant. And it's kind of I ain't gonna say it bothers me, but it take me back sometime when I talk about it. But I like talking about it because it changed me to be the man that I am to have my own. Because my mother, she lost her house and things like that, and her and her husband, they divorced, separated, she moved. I had to be the man. I didn't have a job. My little brother, he went and stayed with his dad. So it was just me and her. My older brother and older sister were gone. One day I was just walking down the road, man, going to the baseball field. A guy came out the restaurant. It's called Tally Ho Restaurant. He said, hey, man, you want a job? I looked around. I said, yeah. He said, all right, come here. He called me over. He talked to me. He took me in the restaurant. He told me, so I'm going to let you be a busboy. So he took me. He told me, when you get out of school tomorrow, just come in your uniform that you wear from school and just come to work. And, your first check, you can buy you some pants or whatever else you need, and we'll go from there. And that's how it started. Started from there. Created a monster.
Yeah.
Created a monster.
I feel that way too. Like 97, I started working. My first job was at TJ Maxx. Like I was never the same after that, man. You know what I'm saying? Once I got that,
I know it, man. Because you probably had some of everything coming through there, man.
Yeah, the thing that we used to get, because it's 97, so it was Tommy everywhere. There was a lot of Polo, but we also got a lot of Nike sportswear. So we were getting the Pro Line jerseys and the Nike college jerseys that had came out the year before.
Wow, yeah.
Tim Brown Raiders jersey. I had a Ray Lewis Miami Hurricanes jersey, and they were only like $17, $18. Now our discount went off. So, that wasn't really working there, because minimum wage in Ohio at that point was like $4.50 or something, and I was making $6. I thought I was rich. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, look, minimum wage $4, you making $2 over, you the man.
Yeah,
you the man.
Like Master P, you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Oh man, but yeah, I feel you on that. I was never the same after '97 once I started.
Right.
Because I mean, I mainly was working there just to get clothes and money to get sneakers.
Right.
You know,
Right. And see, my job, it kind of started with me doing it to help mom pay bills,
sure.
you know. And after we got that situation kind of in hand to where we had a regiment of bills being paid, you know, I figured out my extra money, you know. And once I figured out my extra money, it was my homeboy again, Jeremiah, him going to the store buying shoes, started a problem. Started a problem.
Yeah, because I'll say up until I was maybe 14 or 15, you know, things were good, and
Right.
I would, you know, I would get the Jordans or some other statement Nike, but I would want like all of them. It's like I don't just want the Jordans. I want
Right.
the Barks Pennies. I want the Pippins. I
Right.
want, you know,
Right.
Gary.
Right. Right.
You
I was just like that too.
know,
I
yeah.
was just like that. But my thing was, man, I was so head up on Jordan that I
Mm-hmm.
really that's too a lot all I focused on. I wish I had to put more time in the other shoes too. Like I
Yeah.
had a few like the Barry Sanders, I had a pair of Emmett Smiths, I had a couple of the little preseason Reeboks, you know, Iversons. You know, I had a couple of other shoes here and there, but mainly just Jordan. That's why I love your collection, because you got all that old stuff like that I'd be like, yeah, like LA Gears and stuff. Like now I'm looking for the pair of Michael Jackson LA Gears.
The other boys
Yeah.
gonna run a bit.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why I ain't even tried even doing that with them yet. I'm like, man, I can't do that for them. Nah.
Yeah, but being in situations myself where I had to grow up a little faster than I wanted to, that's why I focus so heavy on the '80s and the '90s with shoes, because part of me wishes I could get that time back. You know what I
Right,
mean? And you know, I know I
right,
can't. You know, unless they
yeah,
invent travel. You know, I know I can't go back.
right,
You know, it was a lot of good things that came out, and you know, it was hard to not focus on Jordan, because the way I feel, at least at my school, it was like if you came with the Barclays or the Grant Hills, or it would be cool, but it'd be like, oh, you couldn't get the Jays, huh? You
right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. That's what it was like. It was like, you got those. Oh,
You
you
couldn't,
must couldn't get the J's.
yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. Well, those cool. Those
'Cause
cool.
let me think. For me, high school was from '95 to '99, so
Right,
that's 11, 12, 13, and 14 were the Jays when I was
right,
a. At the end of
right,
28 is when they started the retros. So the 11s, 12s, and like half of the 13s were hard to get. For
right,
the
right, right,
13,
right,
the red was hard to get, but the white and red you could just get. The Flint was hard to
right,
get. Nobody cared about the playoffs. The Breds was hard to
right.
get. The black and blue
Exactly. And see,
O's,
that was, yep.
yeah,
And see, that was
nobody
the
cared.
era when I kind of picked up on it. You know what I mean? Like, actually got into it heavy. Like, I was at the store before school. I
Yeah,
need them J's. You feel
yeah.
me? I need them J's. And, like, if I ain't getting them J's, I'm not going to school till I get these J's. So we had got to the point, me and my homeboy got to the point, we go to, you know, we check in like 8 o'clock, but we done slid our money through the gate. We done got
Yeah.
our shoes and we back at school. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like my era of like when you said it was hard to get, but it was kind of easy for me because where I wasn't nobody really getting them. You know, everybody didn't
Yeah.
have the money to go get them.
Yeah, and see, the one thing I wanted to say, part of why I brought up those specific models in those years is because I feel like, um, you know, up until the 11, you could just get the J's. They weren't really hard to get. You could just get them, and they weren't always the most expensive. You know,
Right?
they were
You
just,
are exactly right.
you
Right,
know,
right.
even those hot years, like the Pennies, the Jason Kids, all those shoes, the Pippins, they were all more than the J's. J's 125.
Right.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
exactly. Yep.
It,
Yep. And people don't remember that. People don't remember that.
like it wasn't always no lines for no J's. Like 11, 12, some of the 13s. By the time the 14 came out, that shit was over.
It was over. It was
Yeah,
over.
you
It was
know.
over. Because I walked in the store and got the 14s like it wasn't like, you know, hours later, I didn't even go late for go late for school then. I
Yeah.
walked in after school and went and got them. So yeah, it was about over, which explains why don't nobody really get them now for real.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now let me ask you, with the job at the restaurant, what was the first shoe that you ended up buying with your own money?
Like I was saying with Jared, my homeboy Jeremiah, I bought that. Me and him went there, and it was the Jordan 12s that released. And I bought the Obsidian. No, what was the first one that came out? It was the Taxi. It was the Taxi. I bought the Taxi first, and after that Taxi came out, they started bringing them out right behind each other. Because then the Obsidian and the Cherry came out the same day.
Same day, yep.
They came out the same day. And I was like, man, I don't have the money to get both of them. What I'm going to do? And I was like, Obsidian it is. I just got to go with the Obsidian. So I ended up getting the Obsidian. So those was like the first line of Jordans like I really bought with my own money, the Jordan 12.
Yeah, the Obsidian was the one I chose to because everybody had the white and red ones, man. If you didn't have the Taxi, red. And
right.
I'm one that people usually give me a weird look when I say this and be like, for real? Now, I love the black and red 12 from a historic standpoint. He had the food poisoning or the flu or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Warm game for 97, the playoffs and the final.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of my favorite black and red Jordans because it's no third color.
Right. Man, I don't you know what, man? It's like the only shoe I really deal with or want in black and red is a 1. I don't really care for any other Jordan in black and red. Like I don't care to see another black and red Jordan. I really don't.
Okay.
I really don't. You know what I mean? It's just too many. Like if you go and say, hey, I'm gonna go put on a black and red Jordan, you got 15,000 Jordans to choose from. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like it defeats the purpose. Like you don't need but so many black and red shoes. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't really run out and get every colorway and everything like I used to, because you don't really need but so many.
Yeah. Yeah, and to me, it's certain black and red Jordans, that are just better than others. Like, I love the black and red one, but I still love the Chicago more. I'm always a white, black, and red guy before I'm a black and red guy, which is sacrilege.
Right.
So many I don't think
but I can dig it though, because it's kind of both of them kind of in the same realm. It's not the same color, but they kind of feel like it's the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can dig what I'm saying, because if you look at the B red, the bread one, it's just like an opposite color. You get the same colors, you just get a different feel from it when you put it on. So I can dig it like that because I got a shirt that says red, white, and black is the new black. Yeah, it's an old Jordan shirt I got from in 2010. So red, white, and black is the new black. So I feel you.
Yeah, and to me, with those original silhouettes, it's always one color that's head and shoulders above the other colors.
Right.
You know. So, but I feel it. I wore my black and red 8s, and that's another one where it's just kind of like it'll never be the aqua. The aqua to me is the best 8 that they made of the original colors. The up there too, but the playoff is just kind of
Yeah.
I also feel that way about the metallic 5. I said the 12. The Shadow 10 is just kind of these are all shoes that I own them, they are, but
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Like I got the Shadow 10, and I probably wore it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Twice, and I got it. The one I got the one from the pack.
Okay,
and that's my favorite one, and because the quality is so much better than every other one I've seen. But I still wouldn't. It's just not one that I ain't probably wore it in probably 6-7 years.
Yeah,
long time.
I'm with you. I have a pair of original Shadows that are still, because the 10 and up, you can wear those OGs. Ain't nothing gonna happen to them. But
right.
I have the last retro, and I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I haven't even worn it, yet. Because I found that. But 10s, 9s, it's just kind of
right.
not the same.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, I just don't. I can't get with. Like I got a few nines. It's just certain ones as far as the nines that I just. It's got to be a good colorway for me to pick a nine. It just got to be.
yeah. Like I don't think that they can make a better nine than just the white, black, and red one, the first one. Like that's the best nine that there is. You know what I
In
mean?
my opinion, it is too. And I hate that I passed it up when they retroed it, but it's coming again. So I just snatch it up when they bring it back again.
Yeah, yeah. I had to make some decisions, and it had to be the one pass on. So I was like, I got to get the true blue threes. I had to get the top 3 ones, and I had to get the 11s. They all came out like weeks. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, this 9 is
Now,
going.
you said you had to get the threes, which the true blue threes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I don't think, had to get the true blue threes.
That was rough. I mean, at the beginning of November 16, you had the black toes. So you had them, the true blues, the top 3s. You had the white, black, and red 9, and then you had the Space Jam.
All of them.
That was
Back
too
to
much.
back. Too much.
You know.
And that's what I said. And I think that the 9 you talking about, didn't it come out right before the Space Jam? Wasn't it the last release right? Yeah, and that's what I said too. That was the decision I had to make. I'm either gonna get this Space Jam or I'm gonna get this 9. And I couldn't let go of that Space Jam. I couldn't let that go.
And at the time, I felt like it was a good idea because my '02 white, black, and red 9 was still wearable at the time, but now it is not. So now I don't I can wear. You know what I mean?
Right.
People want too much for them. The sock liner tongue be yellow and pay to be. Damn, you still want 200?
And I'm looking for them too, man. And I'm the same way with you. I just can't find a good pair for a good price.
Yeah, like
can't find a pair. What you think about the for the love of the game? Not for the love of the game. The do the right thing 3s. You got those?
Nah. I mean, it was a lifestyle Jordan, and in Cleveland, we only got those at like 2 or 3 places. So I didn't.
Right.
I didn't. I was more fixated on just getting a black and red, and I really wanted that women's colorway, that Harbor Blue 3. But
yeah.
So I
just saw somebody post that the other day. That's a nice colorway.
Yeah. So from that set, I've only got the fire red and the flip 3.
Right. And I got both flip 3s, but one of them need to be restored bad.
Yeah, I only got the white first, but yeah, the paint has started to chip. I wore them once in 2018. I had to swag on this nigga that was working for me at Hibbett. He didn't believe I had it. So I wore them for like a 12-hour shift, and after I got home, they were still intact, but the paint was chipping like a motherfucker.
And that's I think I wore mine for like an hour and a half, man, and the same thing happened to me. Paint just cracked on me. I was so sick. I was like, just put them up. So I tried to restore them, like painted, but I put the paint on too thick. So I just said, fuck it. I ain't even going to take it off. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let somebody who actually do it, and I'll bring them back out probably later next year sometime.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, during the time, that you started copping and buying your own clothes and your own kicks, what were some of the brands that you messed with heavy on the clothing side?
At that time, man, it was Tommy, Chaps, and Polo. Because that was like 95 through 98. Man,
good time.
Some of the best time in fashion, man. Some of the best time, man. People don't know if they wasn't there. Like, Tommy had some of the coldest clothes ever made then, man. Like the split size with the colors and the Tommy going written all around the neck. You got, like, he built his clothes to an urban community then. Like, I loved it, man. Like, you could tell the way he made it. Like, it was made toward the urban community. Because you couldn't get just regular, you ain't go in no regular store before then to just go and find no Tommy with a big Tommy jeans written down the leg, real big. You know what I mean? Before that, you got just regular Tommy jeans. Regular jeans, regular shirt, with the little flag and keep it moving.
Yeah, it's good. Like, I used to, for department stores in Alabama, did y'all ever have Kaufman's down there?
Nah, we ain't had that, man.
Y'all had Dillard's, though.
We had Dillard's.
Okay. Kaufman's is like Dillard's, but it was more of a Northeast thing. But I used to work there. And this was like 90, 98, 99. And, yeah, the Tommy jeans part, you know, they had the regular Tommy with the reef and the crest or whatever.
Yep.
Tommy jeans have Aaliyah in the ads, Dalvin.
Yep.
Hard.
And that's what it started with. Yep.
You could wear that. They always used a lot of reds and blues.
Yep, reds and blues, and that's what made it that's what made it lovely, man, because that's what I said when I first started, because that's what I wrote. Obsidians, Tommy. Obsidian, Tommy. If it wasn't, it was Flint 13s, Tommy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, anything blue or had red, I wore Tommy. You know, anything else after that, it was, you know, just other basic stuff. You know, with regular tees and things like that.
Gotcha. You know, I actually have some vintage Tommy pieces. When it gets a little colder, I'm about to bring some about. You know,
I want to see them. You know it, man. I told you, I love to see that OG stuff you have, man. I be looking for it.
See, since we relocated to North Carolina last year, so it's so much warmer here than it is in Cleveland that I'm just now getting to wear like hoodies and long sleeves and stuff. Because even if I go like 8 degrees, I'm like, man,
right. That was to get used to it, because that's what it is down this way, buddy. When you come down this way and stuff, man, the weather crazy, man. Yeah. It'll tell you it's 60 degrees or 50 degrees outside. You go out there, man, you feel like it's about 60, 65.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
Yeah. Now, I got to ask you this, because I feel like we've all had them. You know, everybody talks about L's and stuff now, but what was a legendary back in the day L for you, or did you get any?
Honestly, bro, I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't take L's back in the day. I didn't take them. I wasn't finna take them, period. Especially with my guy working at the sneaker store. God rest his soul. He passed away from cancer like 10 years ago. But he made sure we was taken care of for whatever we needed. I don't care what kind of shoe it was. He made sure we had it.
Yeah. I'm going to say for me, and I ended up getting them a little bit after, but that Cool Gray 11 in 2001, like, it was hard to come by back then. And when I look back, it kind of makes me happy that I was around back then, just because people were going crazy for these shoes. They tore up our sneaker mall for them. We used to have this mall in Cleveland called Randall Park Mall, and it had like 10, 12.
I heard of that. Yeah. I heard of that mall.
So I seen a dude jump from the second floor to the first floor to try to get the Cool Grays. Like, never seen anything like it. Like,
hold up. The store was downstairs that y'all
were
going to.
The nigga
he jumped from the second floor to the first floor.
Yes. Never said anything like that. Like, he had to break his leg.
Did he hurt anything?
Oh, I'm sure he did, but he must have been on something, because he kind of staggered a little bit, got up and ran in the store. You know what I mean? It was crazy, man. I never seen it.
Hey, he had to have him. He had to have him.
Yeah.
It was serious. And see, back then I didn't get a chance to get into the 11 phase back then, because I left and went to the military.
Oh.
So I was in the military for about a year and some. So I kind of like missed out on a lot of stuff that came out in between like 98 and 99. I missed a lot of stuff.
Got you. Yeah, because, I mean, again, I enjoy talking to the young dudes about kicks, because a lot of them just either weren't around or they were so little they can't remember. But, you know, that first retro series of 11s, like, people bought them, but it wasn't like how it is now. Like, Concords took a couple of sell out. The Space Jams kind of went, but, like, the Columbias, nobody wanted them.
Nobody wanted them. Nobody. Yeah. I didn't even want them.
Yeah, I actually need a pair of those now. I need that Legend Blue pair, because my pair is about done.
Yeah, mine too. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, but all of that first retro series of 11s, like the Cool Gray was the one people geeked out for, because it was the first new color. You know what I mean? And people, you know, nowadays it's like all the resellers, but people just really wanted those shoes. So that was probably the hardest L I took back in the day, because I had the money. It wasn't like, oh, well, I can't get them because I don't have enough money.
That's a tough L. That's a tough L for back then, even now too. It's a tough L.
Yeah, But that's good you ain't got done. You know what I'm saying? You was held
Right,
down like that's good.
right. Yeah, and see, like I said, I just was lucky, man. I just was kind of like knew the right person, you know. He knew my dad. See, I'm a small town, so it don't take but that much to know somebody. So, of course, when I walk in the store, hey, your dad is yeah. All right, well, whatever you need, come on, see me. I got you. And that's kind of like
Oh,
what it was. So when we walked in the store, it's like, what you want? We got you. And when we didn't buy then, they was like, man, what the fuck?
you
You
don't
ain't
want
buying it? You don't want nothing? You don't want no shirt, no nothing? Like,
uh
nah, man.
I need that kind of hook up now.
Right. Hey, I wish it was like that now, man. Everything would be more gravy. When
uh,
this resale shit wouldn't be like it is.
hey man, I still feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because you and I both see it happen. Jordans are due for a cool off period, because they always have
Mm-hmm.
a couple years,
Mm-hmm.
and everything is just going to dial itself back.
Mm-hmm. It is.
The last time I feel like Jordans were really cool, they really cooled off was, you remember 2015, the first part of the year was hot. After that Bordeaux 7 came out, everything else for the rest of the year, except for a few releases, was garbage. Those
Yep.
Marvin the Marvin 7s, all those low top 6s. The only
Yep.
releases well were the Lenny 14, of course the 72 and 10 because it's an 11,
Right.
and
Right.
the UNC, the first UNC one. Those were the only ones that really popped
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
half of the game, but it was a lot more duds. The Maroon 6 should have popped. Because if you remember, it was supposed to come out in October. It got pushed right in front of the 72 and 10. Nobody wanted
Right.
them bitches to turn them.
And
But
it was they was a dud. They was a
yeah,
dud.
yeah, and they
It was a
weren't
dud.
supposed to be. So, yeah, it was really unfortunate.
Right.
So we're coming up on another one of those, I believe.
Right. Right. And I might log in this time on it. I might log in. I
Yeah,
passed the first time. I think I'm gonna log in on it this time though.
yeah, because I mean, you got a lot of stuff. Like I always feel like, up until that point, you had a lot of Jordans that were selling off the momentum of other J's. Like to me, when the Concord 11 came out in 2011, you
Right.
know that was like a whole different thing. People was wilding out, getting killed. It was like the 90s,
Right.
and
Right.
you know that sold Jordans for like the next 2 years. It was Jordans that if that Concord hadn't happened, they wouldn't have sold.
When the sold then, it's like it changed things for them.
Yeah, you
It
got
changed things.
10 selling out, 9 selling out.
Every Jordan selling out, man. Everyone selling out. Everyone.
Yeah, man. Well, before we conclude the second quarter, I do have to ask you, from back in the day, do you have any regrettable purchases back then? Like, man, why did I get that?
Honestly, nah, because I didn't just go out and just buy randoms like back then. I didn't just go out and just buy random shoes. I had to really like it to buy
Mm,
it. Not like in 2011 and on up. Like I was just buying whatever came out. If it looked good, I wanted it. I don't care
got,
what it was. You know what I
got,
mean? So I really didn't have nothing. I really just hate I bought. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. All right. Now we're at the halftime portion of the show. It's not really a whole lot of comments, my boy Ben.
Nah.
I guess people are just more or less listening, which is cool.
Right.
Streets, the price on was like $225 on the Maroon 6. I'm glad they changed that. You know what I'm saying? Took the extra $20 off because niggas wasn't buying them bitches.
Right. No. At all. At
You
all.
know.
Because and me personally, like now, if you put that motherfucker up to $225 now, and I'm still not gonna buy it. Not
Yeah.
gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? I like it, but I don't like it that much to pay $225 for it. You know what I mean?
Because when I think back to all of the Nike Air releases from that time, the Maroon 6 was first. Then they had the Cement 4. I sold out of it, but it still took me until like noon to sell out of it, opening at 8 o'clock.
Right.
The black metallic 5s, like I had to really like sell them bitches to people. Where other times when I had worked at shoe stores and that shoe had came out 2011, 2007, 2000.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
And then the True Blue 3 being a Black Friday shoe, again, it's sold, but it wouldn't have sold like it would now. So it was good that they did that. They took that
Right,
$20.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, let's head on into the third quarter and talk about sneaker present. Um, so just off the top of your head, I know we talked about that Atmos Air Max 1, but what is your favorite shoe to wear right now at this moment off the top of your head?
Oh, and like I said, we're not going to include that Atmos. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna go to like right now. I go to my Gundam. I go to my Gundam. I
Which
go put it the Banshee, the Thunder Blue one.
okay. Okay. What the 98 or are you talking about the Dunk?
The Dunk. The Dunk.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I go to the Gundam Dunk. That's pretty much my go-to shoe right now. If I don't want to wear nothing and I just want to put on a shoe that I can put on some black with and just go, I go grab that and keep going.
Okay. Okay. Have you switched out any of the swooshes or you just gotta leave it how it is and go?
I switch them out. I switch them out. Like depends on what I'm wearing. I'll alternate them. I'll put the gold one on one, and I'll put the copper on. And then depending on what color the pants I got on, I may throw on copper on both of them. You know, I usually leave them like alternate though. Gold on one, copper on the other, and just let it go.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to get the white ones like that, but I took an L. So maybe down the line I'll get some somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. I was actually looking at them on Goat. They actually gone down to like 300. I was like, if I could just get them to go down a little bit more, I probably gonna pull the trigger. But I probably gonna get them right now for myself. My girl said she want them, but she seen just to give a little Easter egg for everybody if you don't know, they rub off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they rub off. They showed the white pair rubbed off, and she went crazy. She want a pair now. So, yeah. So I'm gonna get her those, and we're gonna put a little Easter egg. We're gonna rub them off and put the stickers on them and everything.
Nice, nice. All right, now this is a kind of a trick question, but not. Everybody kind of looks at me crazy when I ask this, but where do you get that now? Like, where do you go to now? Or do you have?
Where I go, like to get my shoes?
Mm-hmm.
Like where I go to? Man, pretty much ain't nowhere but for me to go to but Goat, man. That's why I go. Yeah, that's it. That's why I go to. I can't. StockX kind of. They blocked me. They blocked my account because I opened a case on them they tried to run some sham on me for the what defies, but they blocked my account, so I don't even deal with them no more. I just go straight to Goat. If it ain't the price I want, I just don't get them. I don't go nowhere. I just leave it at that.
Got you. Okay. All right. Now, with purchasing sneakers, what would you say is your biggest influence on purchasing them? Is it nostalgia? Is it colorway, wearability? What would you say is the most influential thing?
The colorway.
Okay.
If it's a dope, cause see, as far as like me wearing them, I can wear my shoes. I can wear suede in the rain, and people be like, why are you wearing suede in the rain? Because I know how to take care of it. So as far as wearability, that don't bother me. It's like the colorway for me. If it ain't a good color, I just really I'm not gonna look at it. But if it's a great colorway, I'm sold. I'm sold.
Okay.
That's the first thing I look at is that color. If that color don't sit right to me, I don't even look at it no more. And I tell my girl that, she be like, why you don't like this shoe? I be like, baby, I look at everything through colors. I'm a tattoo artist. So when I look at colors, I look at them different. I look at a combination of colors, and it be like a color wheel. And if it don't feel like it goes together, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna even bother with it. So it's pretty much the colorway for me.
Okay. Now, I do know that you are a tattoo artist. Props to you on that. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Now, since you see things in color, as an artist, how do you think that's affected how you looked at shoes? Like, if the colorway is just whack, it's just nah, just...
Yeah, it's just basically nah. It's just basically nah. I just ain't no changing my mind about it. None of that. It's just basically nah.
Okay. Now, do you wear the shoes while you're tattooing?
Nah, see, everybody ask me that. They be like, man, what you do when you tattoo? You tattoo your shoes? I be like, nah, man, I got like 2 pair of slides around the shop. I got extra shirts. I got extra shirts in the shop, man. I got extra joggers in the shop. Like, when I go tattoo, I go in the office, wear my extra clothes at. I take my shirt off, put a new shirt on. If my pants is cool, I leave them on, just throw my apron across it, and I go tattoo. I take my shoes off, put my slides on. When I come back out, put my shoes back on. Because I tried that one time, man. I had my cement 4s on, like, the first year I started in the shop, man. And I was tattooing. I just got through tattooing. No ink dropped on. I was like, okay. I go to move the ink cap and picked it up, and it slips out my hand. Hits the floor, and the ink splatter just right into the net. I said, oh, my God. We got this stuff called green soap, and it's in a squeeze bottle. And I was like, if I touch it, that ink is going to go into that fabric, and it's not going to come out. I just took the whole ink bottle and just started squeezing it on the shoe. I just squeezed it on the shoe, and it just kind of ran the ink off of it. It left a little black smear, but it was so wet that, you know, I just cleaned it, and it didn't stick. So that taught me a lesson, like, I don't care. It's got to be a black leather shoe or like a foam or something like that for me to tattoo in it. Other than that, I'm not going to tattoo in it.
Got you. Yeah, that was one of the things, you know, just learning more about you and what you do. You know, I was like, I have to be actually tattoos and the kicks.
Right,
so.
right. I understand. Yeah, man, green soap, let me tell you, green soap is a necessity. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Boy, that stuff saved lives. It just saved me from so many mishaps on clothes and stuff, man. Like, man. Because if that ink and stuff get on it, bro, that's it. It's not coming out.
That is green soap.
Yeah, it's called green soap. But you have to put it on there as soon as it touch it. Because if not, like, you can't, like, if that ink hits you, you cannot touch it. I mean, you can't blot it. You better not touch it. Because once you touch it, it's going to set. And it's going to set and it ain't never coming out. You can wash it 50 million times. It's never coming out. You can put it on Clorox. You can actually pour Clorox over the spot and it'll fade the spot, but that spot will still be in there.
Damn.
In the fabric, yeah. So, taught me a lesson.
Gotcha. All right. Now, off the top of your head, what's the shoe you really need to undead stock?
Honestly, bro, nothing. I wear everything.
Okay.
Everything. When I tell you, if it's not like unds, it's probably because I got 2 pair. It's only because I got 2 pair. I wear every shoe you see in that storage. Everyone is worn. I tell my girl, like, I don't buy. They be like, you gonna wear them today? You just got them. Yes, I'm gonna wear them today. This is what I bought them for. I'm wearing the fit, and I'm waiting on the mailman or UPS to come so I can put my fit on. You know what I'm saying? I got to wear them, man. I got to. It's not a purpose of holding them.
No, I got you.
I want to put them on so you can see them. You know what I'm saying?
The reason I asked too, well, you a stepper, you dress, you put things together. So you ain't got no shoe on ice where you like, you know, I haven't found the right fit for that yet. I'm gonna just ice it. Everything.
Nope.
All right.
Everything. If we have another conversation, the next one I'm gonna go in there and I can show you every one of them got dirt on the bottom of them unless I done cleaned it off. Gotcha. Everyone.
Gotcha. Okay. Now this is a good one. What's the shoe that everybody around you that you know that's in the kicks loves that you just don't fuck with?
Yeezys.
Most common answer on this show.
Yeezys. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I like a couple of them. It's just certain colorways and the older one. Like, I got those Kia Knights with the alien-looking ones with that glow on the side. Okay. Now, I got those. That's about it. That's far as I'm going. And like I told my partner, because he buy them, he done got on the wave of it. I told him, like, man, that's it for me. That's my last one, and I'm not finna get any more, period. That's it.
All right. That's the most common answer. A lot of people that, you know, just either don't fuck with or can't fuck with the Yeezy. So I feel that. Okay. Now, I know back in the day you ain't really take no L's. You had people looking out, but is there a tragic sneaker story or a hard L that you had took that, you know what I mean? It's just like, man, I can't believe I don't have these, or you pretty much got everything you want.
Hey, man, I just recently started taking nails, man. No lie. Sneakers until this COVID hit, bro. I didn't take L's. I didn't take unless it was a shoe that didn't come to this city or I couldn't get it off of Nike. I didn't take L's. I had connects at City Gear. I had connects at Foot Locker. I had connects at Finish Line. I had connects at this City Gear. I didn't take L's, period. Like, even I had a store, Wheels is closed now. I used to get my shoes 3 weeks early. I didn't take L's, period. So I can't really say it's a shoe that I said back in the day, like I just hate I didn't get because I pretty much got everything. Now, if I want to say it's one that I passed up, was that, what is that 6-7 Jordan championship pack? Is that what it was?
Oh, where everything was reflective?
Not that one. The one that it had like the flag paper in it. The 2-pack. It was
what,
a 6-7.
6-7.
One was like black and gold, and one was white and gold.
Yeah, the gold medal pack. Okay.
That's what it was, the gold medal pack. Man, motherfucker had that pack on sale for under $200, man. I tell you no lie, my partner was right here right now. He'll tell you. I went to the Rim store after I left. I said, bro, you want the pack? They got it on sale. He was like, nah, man, I don't want it. You gonna get it? I was like, nah, I don't want it. Just like, I don't even wear them. I don't like the 6s. I mean, I don't like the 7s. So I was like, I'm not too fond of the 7s. I was like, I like the 6s. But that's one I regret I didn't get.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I couldn't get with those 7s. If those 6s would have been sold alone, I would have just bought them because the 6 is the shoe that got me into sneakers. So
right,
even if it's a whack colorway, I'm still gonna look at it like the Bordeaux 6 and the Hair 6. Having the 7s, to me, those are pointless shoes.
Yeah, I see you on last episode talking about that. I see you talking about that.
You know, now I'll admit the Bordeaux 6. I've seen people put yellow laces in them. They look better. They look more like the 7 tongue with that yellow lace. But
right,
I just couldn't justify buying them. But if I didn't have the 7s, I might. But me, I'm gonna just go look for the 7s. Whether it's gold.
Right. Like I don't like. That's what I'm with you. I bought them, but I bought them just to say I got them to match the 7s. That's pretty much it. I wore one. That's one that's almost, you know what I'm saying? I didn't DS because I only wore it for like an hour. I took a picture in it and took it off and put it back up. That's it.
My DMP 6s are like that. Like I only wore them. I had like a little going away dinner when I moved out of Cleveland last August.
Right.
And I wore them to the dinner and then I just put them back in the box. So I feel you on that,
Right. And I never even wore my DMP 6s. I just re-upped on them because my other ones, like the back tab, snapped on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the back tab snapped. So I was like, man, I got to get another pair. I got to.
All right. Let me ask you, what's the shoe that you love, but it didn't age well?
That damn Champagne 8.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
Man, do you tell me? When I tell you that shoe broke my heart, that shoe broke my heart. Yeah, I mean, it broke my heart. I'm talking about bad because it's yellow and bad. I'm talking about it's yellow and so bad till it starts to turn pink.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's rough.
You're gonna have me look at mine. I'm hearing you do so.
Yeah, check them out, man. Check them out. Make sure they still good. But
because they had like OVO feel too.
Yeah, man, they had like an almost OVO feel. Me personally, I think they was way better than the OVOs, man. I think it was like one of the cooler, like lighter colors in an 8 in general. Period. Like it was one of the dopest ones. It had the fingerprint on the side and the gold and stuff, like in the pearl on the midsole. Like the whole shoe is beautiful still. The midsole, the outsole is trash. trash. So that's the one I hate that's going away.
Okay. All right. Now, before we close the quarter, let me ask you, how do you store your shoes? Have you switched to the drop fronts or the clear things? Or you keep them in the OG box?
All OG box, man. If it ain't got no box, that's pretty much the only way I buy a drop front. It's just something about that box. You see that what that stores look like. I just love going in there and just seeing all them boxes, just different color boxes, different color, different size tags, and just all 11 and a half and 12. I just love seeing it. I love it. It just make me know, like, I'm a sneakerhead. I'm a real sneakerhead. I ain't just doing this. You know what I'm saying? I just go in there and I see these clear boxes with my shoes sitting there. I feel like I'm missing something. Like, man, this shoe ain't complete. It ain't got the box to it. So I keep all the boxes. And the only other thing I do is I put pretty much all my shoes in these.
Okay.
I put them in those, like pretty much every shoe, unless it's just like a leather shoe. It's a plain leather shoe. I pretty much, if it's suede, I put it in there. Because people don't know when you leave it in that box and you're not touching it and it's laying on its side, you may not know it, but when you pick that shoe back up, that spot where it's laid at on the side, it's going to be kind of rubbed down some. You know what I'm saying? And that bag kind of helps from that spot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's smooth in that bag. That box rough on the bottom. So it's going to kind of mix with the texture of that spot where it's laying down. So you put it in that bag, it's just going to slide. It ain't going to do nothing to it.
Yeah, talk that, man. Educate the people. I'm learning myself. See,
Yeah, man, it's something I just noticed one day with my great fives. My great fives. I had bought them used and they looked pretty good. And I wore them one time, put them in storage. Switched storage is like 2 times, never wore them. Went back to go get them like maybe 3-4 months later and pulled it out, and the side was kind of like, it's like kind of lighter in that spot. And even when I brushed it, it was still kind of lighter. I said, laying down on the damn side. So now, even with cool grays and anything I got with suede on them, stick them in that bag. And it's going to help preserve, you know what I'm saying? You ain't going to get that tight air feel, but it's still going to kind of preserve it a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll close down the third quarter, and we will go to the fourth quarter, final quarter, and this is sneaker future.
Okay.
All right. And so the first question I have for you in this final quarter is, you got a lot of shoes. I think we wear the same size. I'm 11 through 12. You know what I mean?
That's me.
What is your holy grail that you haven't got to put your hands on yet?
Look here, man. You're going to think I'm crazy when I say this. And I tell you, I promise you, and I tell my girl this, and I tell everybody this, if I ever get some money, I don't care. If I ever get money, I'm going to buy me a Nike mag. Do you hear me? I'm going to purchase me a Nike mag, and that's on my soul. I'm going to drop that money on that mag. That's on my soul. And I'm going to wear that motherfucker like it ain't got, oh man, I'm going to wear the lights off of that bitch. I promise you. I promise you. I'm going to wear the lights off of that bitch. Motherfucker, like, you going to spend that type of money, you going to wear it? Hell yeah. That's what I bought it for.
Absolutely.
Man, that I saw Back to the Future, man, and I saw that shoe for the first time. And I said, if they ever make that shoe, I'm going to get that damn shoe. I'm going to get that shoe. But they made it and put it out of my reach. But I'm going to get that motherfucker.
You just spoke into existence. I'm speaking into existence too. You're going to have it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully one day I'll be in a position where I can get one myself because I'm with you on that. I'm wearing it with the lights, light up.
Right.
Jeans, gray hoodie.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm telling you. And you know me, but you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go find the Marty McFly fit. I'm going to go get the Marty McFly jacket with the reflective hat. With the reflective hat and all that. So I'm going to get the whole Marty McFly fit.
All right.
Yeah. So that's my holy grail shoe of all time.
Okay. All right. Now, talking about family, we're both dudes with way more sneakers than we'll ever need. We're in our 40s.
Right.
How does your, you know, your parents or like other family members feel about, you know, your relationship with sneakers?
You know, they don't. I think they love it. I think they love it because they like every time I post shoes and stuff like that. I go around them. They don't give me no flack for it. They just like, what you gonna do with all them shoes? And I tell them like, for me wearing them is what I'm getting out of it. At the end of the day, this stuff is gonna pay for a lot of stuff that I want done in my life. This is my retirement plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna retire off of this stuff. I got the motivation. I don't know if you saw the article some years back, but this Asian dude who was collecting for like 20 years sold half of his collection and made $1 million and bought his wife a house. He motivated me. I said, boy, give me 20 years in it. Oh, wait. I ain't gonna be ready to sell in 20. Oh.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, that's where I'm at with it. And they don't hassle me about it. You know, my girl, she don't, you know, at first she was kind of finicky about it, you know, but she's kind of like, she into it now. Like, and it kind of feel good. You know, I don't really have no issues. You know, some people be like, oh, I gotta hide this shoe from a girl. She can't let her know I got it. No, babe. Look, we having a debate right now about these ones that just came out today. Okay? She talking about lies. No, it's not lies. Stop, babe. Stop. We going at it. We having a talk. We was having a talk right before we started about the ones. You know what I'm saying? She like, no, you got bills. I know we got bills, but it's just only a little change. Just no. And she's like, no. So that's probably where we only, you know, bump heads at, and I have to listen to her. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah, so because she know right, she know what's best. So I'll kind of go against her. I just debate a little bit, try to ease over to my side a little bit, but it don't really work all the time.
Yeah, nah, I can relate. You know, being married to a woman that's into sneakers is fun, but it's also kind of tough because, you know, if it's a shoe we both want, my wife, she's in a very small men's size, but it's still a men's size. So, you know, it's kind of like I was at work and I had got busy, and I guess she was working and got busy. So we both forgot about the ones today. I mean, they still come out on sneakers.
Right.
You know, for me, if I would have remembered, I would have tried for her, but I don't get the feeling from her that she really wants them that much. And I kind of was just kind of like, it'd be nice to have. I kind of regret not getting the 3s. But
right.
I don't think there's another Jordan this year. I really would like those craft ones with the brown and the colors in it around Christmas.
I'm at those.
Yeah.
I'm at those. I saw those. I looked at them on GOAT the other day, and they was like 600. I was like, oh, I can't do it. I just have to wait.
Yeah, because, you know, and then, I mean, I hate to say it, you know, with ones, you got to put a little asterisk by it because right out the gate, you know, you may not get them bitches.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But, I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that it's a black dude designer that's not Virgil or Travis making a Jordan. Right. But, you know, at the same time, it's kind of, if I had a choice over getting a fresh pair of Chicago's over those, you know, I'm taking the Chicago's. I feel like you would take the Chicago's.
Gonna take the Chicago's hand. I ain't finna look twice at them. Look here, man. All right. I'm waiting on the Chicago to come back out now. When they came back out in, what was that? Was it 15? Mm-hmm. When they came back out at 15, man, I had 2 pair and had my size and was like, fuck them, I'm going to sell them. Sold them, motherfucker. Now I'm wishing that's one of my biggest regrets right there. Getting them in 2015 and selling them. I wish I would have kept them.
Well, we got similar stories then, because again, like the store I was working at, like I had a line for them, and it was basically just all, you know, it was a couple of dudes that really wanted them, but it was mostly resellers.
Right.
It wasn't too bad, and I still could have got my pair, but me and my now wife, we weren't married yet. But me and my now wife, we weren't on the greatest of terms, and I didn't feel like it would be a good idea to buy another shoe that I already had. But I should have bought them. because
Right.
at the time I'm like, well, they just came out 2 years ago and nobody wanted that Chicago. These are better than those. But, 2015, a Jordan 1 wasn't an unattainable shoe. So I'm like, I'll get them
Right.
down the line.
Right. And that's what I was with. I was like, ain't nobody really going for ones right now like that. So I just go back to them. You know what I mean? Because, like, even with the shattered backboards, bro, like, I got those, like, so easy. Like, I ain't never got a shoe that easy, especially for what it's worth now. Bro, I went up and got in that line at, like, 2, 3 in the morning. Bro, thinking it's going to be a line of people up there. Bro, it's like 3, 4 people up there, including my partner. We get up there, man, and we just sit until, like, 7:30, 8 in the morning. Like, and they open the door, we walk right in. Bought shattered backboards, like it wasn't in, and he had 3 pair of damn Gone Fishing foams. He returned to the store and got 3 extra pair of shattered backboards. So we got 4 pair of shattered backboards just like that, man. Like, ones was so easy back then, and it just changed the game. That shoe kind of like did something for one. It did something to it.
Absolutely. It was definitely another step above because, like I said, one of my biggest regrets is, again, I was running a store that got them. My discount, they'd have been like $86, $87, and I didn't buy them because I don't really have a lot of orange. And I was like, color, it ain't gonna matter. I didn't get the Chicago's, and that wasn't nothing. I never would have thought, because I really wish I had them now, but I'm just not willing to buy a UA, and I'm not willing to pay $200,000 for them.
And I don't blame you, bro. Like me, I wouldn't have did it either. And that's why my homeboy he tell me all the time, because he told me, he said, bro, go get them shoes. I was like, man, I don't want them. I don't really wear orange like that. He was like, bro, go get them shoes, man. He was like, ain't nobody gonna be up there. Go get them. So she is something. And actually, I didn't even want to spend the money then. And my partner told me, he was like, bro, if you want to go get them, I'll let you borrow the money. I was like, I got the money, but I just don't want to spend it. I got some other stuff I want to do. He was like, well, here go 100. You put the rest with it and just throw it back to me when you get it. Shattered backboards, just like that.
Yeah. I had one of my big homies tell me that shoe was going to be something. You better get that. So it was the same thing. And I was just like, whatever. It's not an OG color. Ain't nobody gonna care.
Right.
And then when I got it, like I knew I had fucked up because I was smelling the leather and I was selling the last pair. And I was like, I really should have got them bitches. I should have got them bitches. So, hopefully they'll bring them back one day. But
one day. And the reverse, I got the reverse. That was my very first Nike Reserve. Very first ever Nike Reserve. I couldn't even believe it. And I wasn't even, and that's another thing, ones was sitting. Bruh, they gave me that reserve at 11 o'clock. Because they was giving them out at 11 o'clock when they first started. 11 o'clock, I got the reserve. On the way to work, bro, I'm debating on whether I want to get it. Bro, it's 4 o'clock before I decide I want to get this shoe. I leave work, go down the street, load my card, bro. How about all the sizes still sitting there? All sizes of reverse shattered backboard still sitting there at 4 o'clock in the damn evening. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Can't do that now, though.
Nah.
Can't do that now, though.
Oh, man. Well, you've already told me, your lady, you give me a little insight on that, so I don't have to ask you how she feel about it. You know what I'm saying? If she into it, that's a beautiful thing.
Right.
But what direction do you see your collection go in the future?
Hopefully, you ain't gonna do nothing but go up. I'm trying. Look, how many pair of shoes you got, man?
I really don't know.
You really don't know?
I know how many pairs of collections I have, but I don't know the full number.
Man, look here, man. I'm gonna give you back. I don't even know your collection. I'm just gonna say, just from the stuff I see, man. Bro, you probably got double what I got, man. You probably got double what I got. So I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to be like you later on down the line, like I can go back and pull out these old ass shoes, you know what I'm saying? And they still dope as fuck and hit a motherfucker with some nostalgia. You feel me? Like I be digging that. Like people don't understand the nostalgia when you see stuff like that, man. Cause you don't see it no more. So when I see it from you, I be like, man, that's that shit. That's it.
I appreciate that, man. You know, it's kind of like hip hop and sports have been a big factor into the shoes because I'm into sports.
Right.
I'm into hip hop. You know, I shouldn't even really say sports. Basketball. You know what I mean? Because Deion and Bo. You know, you had a couple football players, a couple baseball players, but mainly basketball. So
mainly basketball,
hip hop, and sneakers are the holy trinity. Because I was telling my wife, you know, if I wasn't into sports and I didn't mess with certain players, I probably wouldn't have some of the shoes I do have. Like I wouldn't have Iversons if I didn't love Allen Iverson. You know what I mean?
Right.
Buying LeBrons was like buying a piece of Cleveland history for a long time.
Right.
We have a nigga like that with a Cleveland going across his chest. You know what I mean? Like
right. You know, right.
We used to getting beat by dudes. You know, Jordan.
Right.
You know, John Elway. So, but yeah, the nostalgia, man. I just don't feel like it's enough people like us that really look at it. You know, dudes is just wearing colors without really knowing, and it's not like you have to know about certain stuff for sneakers. That's just my standpoint with it. You know?
Yeah,
what I
mean? I'm with you on that, man. That's why I say it's like if you just doing it like that, you ain't really doing it for no purpose for real. It's just like you doing you. That's why I say you. I don't know if you ever seen me post on my pictures and my caption like I don't do ankle down. I don't do just ankle down. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect what you do and I love what you do because you don't come out and you don't do ankle down. You let me see the whole thing like you got it. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying? It's just dope. And when you match it up and it look good, it make the shoe look even better. Make it look even better. And if you just can't give me nothing but your ankle, these jeans, and this same shoe, is like I'm looking at the same pic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this same pic I just saw this dude post, but he just had a different pair of jeans on and he took a different shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that I'm with you on all of that, man. I'm with you.
Nah, man, I really, really love and appreciate how you do it as well. I really consider us, you know, kind of one and the same. You know what I mean? You got a lot of stuff I need, but you know what I'm saying? I'm fire from afar because I'm still hurt about the damn patterns, man. I didn't want the yellow ones, but I want the fluids. You know,
man. Look, man, you just keep waiting, man, because they actually dropping. They actually dropping in price. So, like, if I say like I got a guy on the ringer right now. He on eBay. He waiting on me to pay. I'm gonna pay him when I'm ready, but I'm gonna pay him. But I'm just taking my time, man. I'm just like that sometimes, man. But I hollered at him and let him know. But I got him for $210. You know, that's what you would have paid off powder. You know what I mean? He just throwing a little extra shipping on it, which is like $13. So I say, you know, why not? I go ahead and catch him on a deal on that real fast. He still ain't got him in, so I got time to pay.
Now, do you like those maroon ones? I couldn't really get with the maroon ones.
Them the ones that's the ones I'm talking about. I just got for the 210. I don't really. It's not my favorite. It's my least favorite of all four. But I want to complete the set. You know what I mean? Okay. You know I'm a new Air Max man. You know I just jumped on this Air Max thing a couple years ago, so it's like, I need to get this a collection I want to complete right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a wham. But I'd probably beat them out.
Yeah. Just give me the blue. If it wasn't Christmas time, because there's still a few things I really want to get my wife for Christmas. I probably would have just because I've seen them on go for like $250, and I'm like, but I really want that shoe, so it's like I'd pay $250 for it. It's an Air Max 1. Hell, I still call it Air Max 1s, Air Max 8s. But
it's worth $250 if you ask me. It's worth
it. Yeah. So. You know, but all right. Yeah, I really I think tomorrow. I don't have anything to do tomorrow until we eat later. I may try to count some of the shoes. The last thing I counted was my Converses, so that was the only thing. It's certain, like with Jordans or with anything else, I have like ballpark where it's like I have around that amount or whatever.
Right. But I would love to know, man. Not trying to be in your business, but I would love to know. I respect collection. That's what people don't understand about me. Some people see me post a lot of my stuff and think, I'm arrogant or whatever. I just like being fly.
Yeah, I get that.
And I like seeing fly. You know what I mean? It ain't about, just about me. I want people to be like me, be fly like me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I that's why I say I would love to know how many you got, man, because I know you got a hell of a collection, bro. And it's dope. It's dope as hell.
I appreciate that. I feel the same way about yourself. You
Appreciate it.
Lot of stuff. What's a part of your collection that you wish you had more of, or a part that you'd want to grow?
Honestly, more Air Max.
Okay.
More Air Max. I'm getting older, and the Jordans, like walking around all day at that shop, is like they wear on your feet sometimes, depending on which Jordans you got on. And some of these Jordans you wear and some of the Nikes you wear, they made rough. They made tough. And they ain't good to walk around in them all day. Most Air Max, like the pair I had on the other day, the Quay 54 Huaraches, the rainbow shoes. They dope and they kind of comfortable, but the top of them is kind of hard because of the type of material it is. So it's kind of not good to walk around in it all day, I done loosened it up, and got it to where it's, it don't really bother me. But for somebody who just getting them and somebody gonna walk around all day, nah, you got to break that one in. You got to break it in.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I have to ask, what's on your radar next?
Honestly, it's about, like we talked about, that handcrafted one. That the B Red patent leather, that's, like I told you, that's like a all-time great to me. So anytime that shoe come out in patent leather, man, that's like elegance to me on that shoe. So that and this Space Jam LeBron, that uniform.
Now I'm with you. I don't know what the hell is going on. Why the 19 hasn't come out yet?
No, bro. They came out overseas.
I know. China and other places.
But you mean like they ain't came out here? Yeah,
they ain't came out here. Like, I need them, man.
Man,
I
look,
like the
man.
19.
Look, that 19 is a dope model. It's a dope model. And when I saw that orange one on Space Jam, man, instantly. I saw it today on GOAT for 522. I said, I can't do that. If it go down to 300, I'm buying it. Me and Bay gonna have to talk.
Yeah.
We gonna have to talk. Because that one there, she know me. When that movie came out, we was stalking the sneaker app. Like, they done put it on this damn Fortnite. They got it on the story. Man, we had the sneakers out like this every day. Like, bro, you seen the shock drop? Nah, we ain't seen that. Shock drop? Nah. Then when the LeBron 9, the LeBron 8 Space Jam shock drop. I was like, what the fuck? What is this? I just got them from overseas. And it dropped the same day I got them from overseas. I'm like, what the hell is this, man? This is ridiculous. Like, I need this damn Space Jam. I need it. Bae don't look like that.
I was that because they always have it at the Nike store by my house, but that's never in my size. It's always either a 7, like a men's 7, or to be a 10. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anything I can fit. I'm like, God, even if it was an 11, it would be a little. Usually my LeBrons, I like to get a 12. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm like, man, even if it was an 11, I could do something with it. It's never in my size.
Right. See, I tried that with LeBron. Like, man, can I go down to this 11 and a half in this LeBron? And as soon as I put it on my foot and try it on, I'm like, oh, hell no. I can't do it. I got to stay at the 12 or 12 and a half. I got to.
I'm gonna tell you one LeBron I had to bite the bullet with. It was a recent one too. Last couple of years when they came out with the red carpet 17, the all red one. It wasn't a 12 nowhere in Cleveland I could find.
The
So I had to
red
get
carpet
11,
17. Oh yeah,
all red, not the Pippen
yeah,
one, but like all. Yeah,
yeah. Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Oh
I had,
man, that was a dope one. That one I said, because I'm not a big LeBron fan. You know what I'm saying? But I love his shoes. I
yeah.
love his shoes. I love his shoes. I respect his game on the court. Because of things. And you know how folks is with LeBron.
Oh yeah.
But I love his shoes, but they just don't fit good to me. They don't fit good to me.
I've heard that before. My main gripe with LeBron's is, and it's not like I can't afford them, but they just cost too much. They're too expensive. I feel like they would sell better if they were like, and I know he's the face of Nike basketball, but even if they were like 175, you know what I mean? But 200, and then the retro is 200 too. It's like it's no relief.
Right, you ain't getting no relief from it. Like, and that's why everybody's still just running the Jordan, because everybody like, if I'm gonna pay 200 for a shoe, I might as well go try for this Jordan.
And one of the biggest difference coming down south is in Cleveland we only have one outlet, and this is kind of out far, so outlets aren't really a part of our sneaker buying culture in Cleveland.
Right.
And down here, like Paul George his shoes are the most prevalent in outlets, so it'll probably be Paul George, then maybe Kyrie, then Giannis. It used to be Kobe, from what I've been told, but
Yeah, it was. I went in a couple outlets when I went places, and I've seen because outlets we have to travel to go to outlets here. So
okay.
Any type of outlet I went to, and in past time that I've seen, it's been Kobe's in there. It's been Kobe's. It's been other stuff in there, but of lately, since everything been going on and the shoe game and change, it's that's all you're gonna find. Like you said, Paul George, Kyrie, KD's, shoes like that.
Now, LeBron's will make it, but with LeBron's more than any of them, if it's your size. Because of the 518s that I have, 4 of them came from outlets. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird because it's like a current shoe. You know what I mean? But and one pair I found before they came out, which was really weird. We were in Tennessee. I found them like 4 or 5 days before they came out. I'm like, how the fuck are these even here? But they sold them to me. But that's how, it's hard to pay the 200 because I know I'm just gonna see them later unless they're limited.
Right. Especially, like you said, especially when you go find them for cheaper. So it's kind of hard for you to go pay that 200 for stuff, man. And now, it's kind of finicky. You don't know what to pay for and what not to pay for, because some shoes now you may think hey, this shoe ain't gonna be worth nothing. Ain't nobody looking at this shoe. Ain't nobody studying this shoe. You fucking let this shoe go, and next thing you know, this motherfucker's like $500-$600 on the resale market because you thought it wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's you kind of got to be careful with not wanting to pay the 200 because you might want to say, hey, I might need to go and pay this damn 200. So it kind of puts you in a spot like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's all fucked up right now, man. It's all fucked up. But like you said, it's gonna come back around where all this stuff kind of levels out, And really, the only way I think they're gonna do that is actually put back first come, first serve. Honestly.
Yeah, to me, the Adidas Yeezy killed first come, first serve for a lot of retailers.
Right. A lot of them.
But what I was gonna say is, speaking of shoes that may go up, I have what I call the sneaker vortex. It's certain shoes. It's mainly just retros of 90s basketball and cross trainers that aren't Jordans or Foamposites. Some runners make it to it. Sneaker vortex is where a shoe will come out, a retro of a shoe. Right. It'll go on sale, and then it just disappear, and it's like it never came out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I like that. I like that sneaker vortex. I like that. And you are so right. You are so right. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Everybody's looking for it now. The damn diamond turf. when it
Yes.
retro.
Yes.
When the Diamond Turf retro, I went crazy. I had somebody in South Carolina call DTLR, go pick that motherfucker up. Again, I told you that's one of my first shoes.
Yeah.
I had to have it.
Yeah.
Wasn't no ifs, fans, or buts. And I told everybody, get that shoe. If you can get it, get it. Once it's gone, you ain't gonna see it no more.
Yeah.
Man, look here. People telling me now they can't find their size on eBay or nothing. Period.
See, for me, like I have the Falcon one. I got the 05 retro and it's still going strong. Hopefully it still keep going strong. But that white one and that black and purple one, really hard.
Yeah.
I want all.
Yeah.
So
and those are the ones that really disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a lot of them. And they sold out fast when they did sell. Once people got wind of them, they were gone.
Deep in the vortex. Like any trainers are probably the worst. It's some basketball shoes, like one that's in the vortex, for instance, the 93 Barkley, the Fab 5 Barkley, the black and gray. It's
yeah.
You can't find that shoe in good shape for less than $500. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it just retroed in 2013. That's not that long ago in sneakers.
Right. I'm gonna tell you another one that's in the vortex too. What is that? Is it the Chris Webber, that up tempo? The up tempo that had like the circles on the side of it. And it was blue with the man. Look here, when they stole my shoes that time, and that was one that got gone, and I'm so pissed about it.
That Duke up tempo.
That's exactly what it was. The Duke up tempo. That's exactly what it was. But that's one of my favorite old retros, man. One of my favorites.
Yeah, but any of the Air Veers, any of the Trainer Max, the 94, the 96, the Barry Sanders is halfway in it now, the Zoom Turf 96. Anything like that, Griffey 2s and OG colors are in there. And you can find a lot of these shoes in the horrible Retro Plus colors, but the OGs, the Nomos,
gone.
Yeah,
everything gone.
Yeah, they make
and if you do see them, people want like prices that they want for like off whites and stuff.
Yes.
For them. I'm like, man, I can't pay you that for a shoe that's old.
I got another one. The white Shacks. The white Shack Attacks.
Oh yeah.
Anything with a pump goes for a lot of money now too. Like I've never owned the D Brown, the black and white Omni Light. Like I've other colors of it, but I've never had that OG color. It slips through my hands every single time. And whenever
I wish I had known you wanted that, man. I could have got you that shoe, man.
Yeah.
It's on my radar now for you. I'm gonna keep that one in my database. So when I see it, I'm gonna be looking for 11 and a half for you, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking for you.
Fuck it. You know what I mean?
12-2. Got it. I got you. Anything between 11 and 12, I got you, bro. I got you.
I appreciate that, man. But yeah, that vortex, because when I explain to people, I'm like, it's not about you having the money. It's if you can find it. You know what I'm saying? If you can find it, like Jordans don't really make it to the vortex. Because to me, it's like if you have the right amount of money, you can find some Jordans Michael Jordan actually wore if you got the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's some Jordans that are kind of harder to find. Like to me, it's kind of hard to find a good pair of white cement threes that aren't either beat or $400 or $500. 88.
You are so right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But there's no Jordan that's really in the vortex. It's mainly just other shoes.
Like
Nike
small retros, like what you're talking about. It's all those. And me and my partner talk about that all the time. You those shoes you have, like now, these Griffiths that coming out, you better get them if you want them.
Yeah.
All this little stuff coming out now, you better get them if you want them, because it's gonna be another long spurt before they come out again. I really believe that.
Yeah, like last year they came out with the Air Metal Max. Like I was explaining to my wife, I'm like, listen, these are gonna be in the vortex. Nobody knows what they are. They're cross trained from '97. They aren't even attached to an athlete, so I know they're not gonna retro them again. So I have to get these.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Especially if it ain't attached to an athlete. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, before we close down, because this has just been wonderful, man. I appreciate you, being on here.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any other questions for me?
Nah, nah, brother. I just, like I said, I appreciate you, man. Like I want to tell you too, man. I was watching it when you gave your wife the Kobe's. Man, I was loving that. I was loving that, man, because it just it made me feel good. She was so happy, man, because that was one of my all-time favorite Kobe's that I couldn't get my hands on. So when I saw her get that and the way she reacted, man, I was like, man, that's dope. That's dope as hell right there. You really pulled one on. You pulled one in, bro. You pulled one in. That was a good one now, man.
Nah, but I
That
appreciate
was a
that, man.
good one. But what's your all-time grill shoe?
My all-time grill is it's a shoe that's never been retroed. It's the Air Max 2 94 Runner. They've come out with the trainer
Oh,
and the but
yeah.
that gray and teal runner, tell you, man, if they come out with that shoe, I'll try to buy as many 11 and a half to 12. And
So you're gonna buy them up. So you're gonna buy them up this time. You're gonna stock up on them.
yep, and I'm
I
gonna
can
quit.
dig that.
That might be it for me. Once those retro, that'll be it. Like this
For
other shoe,
real?
yeah, man, that shoe. Like I want that shoe that much. Where everything else I've either had or have, like except for that shoe.
Right.
There's there's an Air Max 97 that they made for a soccer team called the Kashima Antlers, where it's black and cement print like a 3 in the teal.
Right.
The teal, they came out like '06. I find them on eBay every now and then, but it's from '06, so it's kind of a question whether or not you could wear it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Those,
Don't put your money in those, especially if they are '06.
yeah, because it's like, yeah, I could get somebody to swap them, but the air bubble ain't gonna be the same. Like I need that air bubble to be green, teal, like how it is to match the shoe.
Yeah, you want that. That's part of the accent of the shoe right there. You take
Yeah,
that away, then it kind of kills, the originality of the shoe. So I
yeah.
feel you on that.
And then the last shoe, the Air Force 2, they had an artist series, like when Nelly had that Barkley, Halle Berry had a Rift, Eminem had that.
Yeah.
The Air Force 2 that was clear with the socks. Those are like a holy grail, but even with those, since they're from '03, the plastic is starting to crack on people's pairs. People still be wanting like $1,000 for them. So,
Nah.
yeah, those are the three, that if I could get my hands on. I mean, it's other shoes. It's a couple, the Kobe 3. Those are really hard to come by. I've only got 2 of those.
Right.
Kobe 2s are hard to come by. I've only got a few of those. So, and that's probably the part of my collection that I have a lot of Kobe's, but I would have even more if I could. But we didn't get a House of Hoops until 2013, and they were already on the Kobe 8 by then, so I'd already missed the cool shit.
Right. And see, we didn't even get a damn. Yeah, that's when we got a damn House of Hoops, 2018.
Yeah.
That's when we got one. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I missed a lot of shit too, man. But I also saw a lot of like Kobe 7s and shit sitting on shelf.
Yeah.
In regular Foot Lockers.
Yeah. Because they had that extra stock where you could pull out. The business was 180, man. Like, I love Kobe. I'm a Lakers fan, but before he passed, you either fucked with Kobe and the Lakers or you were a hooper. Those were the only people that wore Kobe's.
Right.
Now,
Right. And see, I had a couple of Kobe's, like I had the Galaxy Kobe's. I had a couple of those. I had them camo. I had 2 pair of those camo Kobe's that came out. Was those the 7s? Are those the 7s?
They had a camo 7 and a.
Yeah. I think it was the 7 though. I think it was the 7. It was the first one. It was the 7. So I had 2 pair of those, and I had a couple of other ones, but I kind of jumped on the Kobe band kind of late, man. Because I was mad at him, man, on the basketball court. I can't stand Kobe ass. You know what I'm saying? As I got older, I started to appreciate it. And the more I started to appreciate him and figure out, like, hey, this was our next Michael Jordan, and he finna go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of jumped on it late, and I'm kind of mad at myself for it. But I got a couple Kobe's. I got a couple Preludes. I caught on a couple steals, Gumbos. I had a couple of them in the stash. Chinas. I got a few. I just don't weigh them like that. I just don't weigh them.
You know, if you ever want to let those go, you know, since we wear the same size.
If I do, you will be the first man I call. I promise you.
Nah, I appreciate that. One thing I was gonna say before we close off, speaking of Kobe, is you know, I don't know if it's Nike or if it was him, but to me, I always felt like Kobe never had the sneaker legacy he could because it was harder to get into his shoes because you couldn't buy them. Like you can buy LeBrons pretty much anywhere that sells Nike sneaker product.
Right.
You can buy
Kobe's just didn't come to the store like that. So
you had to. A lot of 2 through 6, you could only get them from Foot Locker. You had to get them from Foot Locker, and half the time it was House of Hoops.
Right.
People always, how come you got so many more LeBrons than Kobe's? I'm like, well, other than living in Cleveland for most of my life, a lot of the Kobe make it to the city.
Right. And they don't make it to a lot of cities. They didn't make it to them. Even when we went and traveled to like Birmingham and Georgia, you know, like I said, after 2011 and 12, they kind of disappeared off the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
They disappeared off the shelves because they sat so much, you know, they decided to take them off.
Yeah. So that's the one unfortunate thing. You know, people were just now being able to really start to touch Kobe's for real.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, hopefully Nike and the state, you know, can work things out. You know what I mean? So more people can get them.
Right.
So yeah, man. But I really appreciate you being on here, Marcus.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
We definitely got to do this again. You know what I mean? And you know,
just let me know when you're ready, brother. You know, I'm here anytime. You know, message me, call me, whatever you need to do, brother. I'm here. I love it, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, I love that you were on here, man. Much love to you. Thank you.
Yes, sir, brother. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you too, man.
No problem, man. I'll be in touch with you. I'll hit you up either on Facebook or on Insta, and we'll talk.
Yes, sir, brother. You have a good night, man. And I'll be hitting you up, man.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace, bro.